I tried to end the affair quietly, but my husband found out, and his revenge had only just begun. I didn't dress up that day. No eyeliner, no perfume, not even the red wrap dress Caleb always said made my knees weak. I wanted it clear, this wasn't a date. It was closure. The Italian cafe on Melrose Avenue was quiet, the kind of place people forgot existed. Fitting, really, it was where the affair began. Ending it there felt like cruel poetry. Across from me sat Caleb, my mistake made human. He sipped his espresso like we were just old friends. "This has to stop," I said, voice steady. "Alan doesn't deserve any more of this. It was wrong from the start." "You've said that before," Caleb said, unconvinced. "This time I mean it." I avoided his eyes. "Alan's been good to me. Kind, loyal. I can't keep betraying that." Caleb tilted his head. "Then why did you come to me in the first place?" The silence was heavy. I couldn't explain. Loneliness, boredom, thrill of attention. It all sounded pathetic aloud, so I said nothing. What I didn't notice was the silver Lexus idling across the street. Alan, standing just outside the cafe window, hands in coat pockets, watching. Caleb didn't argue. He dropped cash on the table, stood, brushed crumbs from his jacket, and leaned in. His voice was sharp. "Tell your husband I'm sorry." He was too blind to see what he had. It wasn't a goodbye. It was a jab, a last dig from a man who realized he'd lost. As I turned to leave, relief washing over me, I froze. Alan stood just inside the door, expression blank, eyes unreadable. No fury, no accusations, just stillness. My breath caught. For a moment, I thought I imagined him, but I hadn't. His gaze moved from Caleb's empty seat to me. He didn't speak, didn't blink. Then he simply turned and walked away. I caught up as he reached the car. "Alan, please, let me explain." I begged. He didn't turn. Opened the driver's door, sat, and drove off. No words, no goodbye, just nothing. That night, I couldn't sleep. His side of the bed untouched. Toothbrush gone. Half his clothes missing. No calls, no texts. By morning, it got worse. My phone buzzed. Joint bank accounts revoked. Password changed. Locked out. At 10 a.m., I went to Mara, Alan's sister, my once ally. She opened the door, arms crossed. "You shouldn't be here." "Mara, please." I was ending it. I didn't know Alan was coming. "You ended it after you tore him apart," she snapped. "Do you know what he's gone through?" Tears fell. "He's not angry anymore," she said quietly. Then she closed the door. Divorce papers arrived the next morning. Already signed. Already filed. 2 weeks ago, before the cafe, before I ended the affair. Alan had known everything, and instead of exploding, he planned. I called the attorney listed. Mr. Alan Reed requested all communication go through the office. He will not speak directly. It couldn't be happening. Joint accounts gone. Property titles transferred. Protective measures over family inheritance. Court orders. At work, whispers followed me. HR called me at 3 p.m. A thick folder on the table. Screenshots, messages, photos, timestamps. Submitted via whistleblower platform. I was placed on administrative leave. My world unraveled, and Alan still hadn't said a word. A box waited on my porch. Wedding dress, dry cleaned and sealed. A USB. A folded note. "This is my one last gift. Do not contact me again." My hands trembled. I plugged in the drive. Footage of me and Caleb. Our cafe conversation. Every detail captured. Alan's entrance, too. The screen faded to black. Closure is a luxury you no longer get. It didn't go viral, but it spread. Clients, colleagues, friends, family. He sent it selectively, quietly. Work terminated me. Friends ghosted. Family silent. My own sister said, "You didn't just crack the glass. You dropped the whole chandelier." Then came the twist. A YouTube channel, anonymous, published a video titled The Cost of Silence. Feist video, cafe footage, blurred faces, altered voices, unmistakable for those who knew. Voiceover, not Alan's, but clearly his words. You don't need revenge to win. You need distance, strategy, and patience to let them destroy themselves. I live now in a studio apartment, scrubbing dishes for cash, ramen for meals. Alan, silent, not a text, not a rumor, until a podcast guest appearance. Host, how do you deal with betrayal? Alan, with silence, with planning. Don't fight fire with fire. Stop fueling the flames. I looked at our wedding photo. You didn't deserve any of this. I sank to the floor, crying, not for the marriage, not for loss, but for what I destroyed. Weeks later, a letter arrived. No sender, just my name. Inside, some storms don't come to destroy you. They come to clear your path. No signature, no bitterness, just closure. Was Alan's revenge cruel, or justice served cold? Let us know in the comments. Every betrayal leaves a shadow,